You know, I just took the walk down here today to the Hamilton Club, and just think about this building in itself. What a proud moment when you think about, just look across the street and take a look at some of the heritage buildings that have been preserved, and think about the history. I've come to learn over time, because I grew up in a small Northern Ontario community, a population of approximately 20,000. It was a mining community, rose out of the wilderness in 1958. We didn't have a lot of history or heritage buildings to celebrate. When I moved to Hamilton, it was certainly a very interesting experience for me to walk these streets and see the number of heritage buildings we have. I've come to realize that it's not only about the history, but I think the community's heart and soul is contained in a lot of the heritage buildings that we preserve, and that's why it's so important to continue fighting the fight. At this point in time, I'd like to ask the executive and the past executive members to stand up. Things don't happen without champions and activists in the community. And far too often, these people are unpaid. They have a compassion and a dedication to do the right thing. They have been tenacious, I think was the description described, Diane. Certainly this whole organization. I want to hear a huge applause, because we wouldn't be here today with the good news of Auchmar staying within the city purview if it wasn't for the dedicated members of the Friends of Auchmar, and certainly the executive. Let's give them a big round of applause. You know, it's been a long journey, and it started off where I can tell you with absolute certainty that there wasn't any support to keep Auchmar within the city purview. It's not because people didn't believe, they just didn't want to take another burden on, a financial burden. The evolution that's taken place over time is much assisted by people like you. The other component of, though, and I just reading the article when I was coming in here, by Matt, the Spectator. When we had the presentations on the given day that we made the decision to move forward with Auchmar in the city purview, the RHLI came in and made a presentation. I felt like it was like me going back when I was a young child watching the old cowboy movies, and you know, the cavalry always arrived just in time. That's what I felt like. It felt like the cavalry, and I know it's a different, you know, it's American terminology, sorry about that, but we can talk about the liberation in the Netherlands, if you wish. But it really felt liberating, because we needed to gravitate to something that made sense, something that could excite us, something that could draw hope in regards to the sustainability of this beautiful, historic Gothic building. And the RHLI scored a home run. You can see, as you looked around that council chamber, as the presentation went forward, the eyes of my colleagues just light up. You could feel the excitement in the room. And I think if many of you watched the live stream, I would challenge you to look it up. You can feel the mood become very positive in regards to the future of Auchmar. I only played a small role. I mean, I was being transformed over a number of years because of people like you, and enlightened on the importance of heritage. But I can tell you that my councillor colleagues, I believe it was a unanimous vote. Let's be clear, it was a unanimous vote to keep it in-house. And that doesn't happen by accident. That happens by great presentations and initiatives. Takes the activism by many of you and many others. And I look forward to the day that we can walk on that site and see robust activity generated in the original, virtually the original state of Auchmar as it was experienced back in the 1800s. So I want to congratulate each and every one of you for being here. I want to congratulate each and every one of you for all your efforts and your dedication. There's still work to be done. And I know there's never short of heritage buildings to continue looking at and saving. I see Pat Saunders back there, and I know we have Century Manor, which is the next project that I'm taking on. And hopefully we can certainly preserve the heritage of that particular building as well. Well done, all of you. Thank you for having me here.